years, decades ago, before the systems began to fine-tune themselves, there was a greater margin of error, and so I would imagine that the numbers would include some that were wrongfully convicted and then executed.
John, do you agree with that?
You know, I'm not really sure that I agree with it in the whole statement, because you know, you've got a jury of peers in most cases, of your own peers. They have to have a lot of evidence. They got to jump through a lot of hoops. There's a number of appeals. I mean, it takes 20, 25 years to execute somebody. So I'm not so sure that in all cases, you might have a very small percentage that might have been executed, but I don't think the numbers are that high.
Scott, since the reinstitution of the death penalty, 142 innocent prisoners have been exonerated from death row by the use of DNA and other scientific evidence and so forth. So doesn't that underscore that perhaps on occasion we have wrongly convicted people of capital murder or other sentences, crimes?
Well, Mark, I don't like to talk about the whole country, because, you know, what we need to talk about is Maryland. And since 2009 in Maryland law, there's a requirement that the legislature put in that we either have DNA evidence conclusively linking the defendant to the crime, a full voluntary video confession, or a full video of the actual murder taking place. So while I concede that, yes, in the history of time, there's a possibility that someone who was innocent was executed, but what I focus on is what's here in Maryland now. And that is, there have been no allegations that the 5 individuals who were executed in Maryland since 1978 were innocent. There are no allegations that the 5 individuals who are currently serving on death row are innocent. And in fact, we put safeguards in place, just like you said. DNA that exonerated 142 people across the country, not here in Maryland, but across the country, is now in place in Maryland to make sure we get it right. And so that's what I think we need to concentrate on.